Hey everyone, if you are watching this video, it is because there has been a big transition in your schedule. And so for right now, Miss Spence is going to be working with you as your substitute, and me, Mrs. Boyd, I am going to go back to giving you your lessons and your grades and so forth, like we were doing during the first quarter, right? So I kind of wanted to make a video so that it's a little bit more personal and say hi. So you can put a face to the name that you're going to see that's going to be posting everything in Google Classroom. Um, but also I wanted to set the expectations for what your class is gonna look like in the meantime. Okay, so attendance is still very much mandatory. If you are, and this is a school rule, if you are present on the Google Meet, but you don't log into your lesson, especially if we use something like a Nearpod or a Desmos, you are going to be marked absent for the day. The expectation is if you're logged on to Google Meets, you're also doing the classwork for the day. And if you didn't log into the classwork portion, that means that you weren't there. Okay. Um, Attendance and being present along with doing things on time is going to be factored into your participation grade. If you are going to be absent for whatever reason, I ask that you don't email myself or Miss Spence, but that you email our main office. And so I have the email in here, and I'm going to insert these slides into your Google Classroom. But this is our attendance clerk, Miss Infante, and she takes care of the attendance. Like if you tell us, we're not going to make that fixed. The excuses need to go to Miss Infante. So do keep that in mind. In terms of your grades, you're going to have three main categories. The first is participation. And so I want to give everyone 100. Okay, I want to give everyone an A when it comes to this. You're going to earn an A in participation if you are logged on every day. If you're doing your assignments and lessons when they're assigned and you're turning them in on time. Okay, so if you can do those three things, if you just handle your business, I will give you the A. Okay. The other thing that you are going to be graded on are your lessons. So I can see exactly what you have completed or what you have not completed in Nearpod. Nearpod gives me a percentage. I can also tell if you watched a video that's embedded into a Nearpod into its entirety. So if you go through the entire lesson, even if you get a couple problems wrong, I will give you a 100%. If you watch any videos, if you answer any questions and you do it from start to finish, you'll get 100. If you don't, your grade will be reflected accordingly. A lot of you in the first quarter were doing, I would see 0%. You were like logging in and then closing it and logging out. And so if you're doing 0% of the lesson, you're going to get a 0. Okay, I was being nice the first quarter and I was giving you like a 50. That's not going to happen. Like you got to do the whole lesson. Okay, we're at that point where you kind of know what you need to do. But what I mean by this, in a Nearpod, when there's a video, I need you to watch the video all the way through because I'll be able to tell if you did not watch the video all the way through. If there are any slides for you to read, you got to click through everything. You got to read everything. And then I want you to pay attention to when you have to do something. And so a lot of your practice problems are going to be your classwork. So your classwork is going to be, you're going to be drawing things out or you're going to be writing things out. So you have tools to write, you have tools to type out if you want to put it in numbers. If you did your work as on a piece of paper and you want to upload it, you can take a picture and upload it as a picture. Okay, so for every practice problem, you need to have something written in there. Every practice problem. If I stop right here, even though I'm only on slide 7 out of 15, I'm not going to get 100% because Nearpod's going to tell me, Mrs. Boyd, that you did not go through the entire thing. Okay, so just make sure that you are actually going through the whole thing. 100%. Your classwork, as you can see, this is going to be your first lesson, so I'm kind of giving you a preview. Your classwork is sometimes going to be embedded as practice problems within the Nearpod, but other times you're going to have some Khan Academy. So I will let you know when your classwork is what. In terms of your Nearpods, I already talked about this. I can see exactly what you do and don't do. Once a Nearpod is closed, so it has a certain shelf life. Once it's closed, I cannot even open it. So once it has expired, I can no longer open it, and that means that you can no longer do it. This is really important, this right here. I need you to make sure that you're logging in with your first and last name. Some of you, I think one name that sticks out to me is like Chris. There are multiple Chris's, and none of you were putting your last names. And so I don't know who gets credit, right? And so I need you to put your first and last name like it is on SIS, or you're not going to get any credit. I'm sorry. Like it makes it a lot easier if you do this for me. And it's very simple, right? Just put your first and last name, no nicknames. I don't know your nicknames, right? First and last name like it appears on SIS. Next, I need you to make sure that the same goes in Khan Academy. Some of you have nicknames on Khan Academy. I don't know who you are. So make sure that your Khan Academy names are first and last names. If you have not joined Khan Academy, please take a look at Google Classroom for the link so that you can join. You have to make sure you're logged into your portal to join. Makeup work, I will still be accepting makeup work until I give you notice that an assignment is closing, like a Nearpod is expiring. When you turn in makeup work, I don't take off points for it being late, but on your participation, it's going to reflect if something has been turned in late. Lastly, I kind of want to give you an overview of who's going to be doing what. So Ms. Spence is going to be with you every single class. She's going to do your attendance, monitor you during class time. She's going to get those attendance reports if you logged on or left early, and she will change your attendance if you don't stay for all of class. Me, I'm going to be preparing your lessons. I'm going to do your grades, and then I'm going to make the phone calls home. So that way you kind of know who to contact in the case that you need anything. I won't be taking attendance. If there's an attendance issue, talk to Ms. Spence. If there's a lesson issue, please shoot me an email or write a private comment on Google Classroom, and I'll be sure to get right back to you. Okay, let's make it a good rest of 2020, and let's make it a good rest of this quarter. And we will reevaluate and see how things go. Okay, any questions, please shoot me an email. Thank you.